Hey everybody, hope you guys are all doing well. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for all the support, all the comments, likes, subscribes. Welcome new subscribers as well. Thank you. I'm going to do a general reading and we're going to see what the message is for you guys. Keep in mind it's general, okay? It could be past, present, future. You will know best how this fits, where this fits, and why, okay? Or if it does at all. So let's see, guys. What do you guys need to know? What is going on here in the collective at this time? Holy angels and the spirits that are watching over the collective, guiding the collective. What does the collective need to know right now? What's the message here? What's the message? All right, Knight of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, and the Four of Wands in reverse. Four of Cups. Okay, so it's like the theme of the day, I guess. This was just in my last reading as well. Yeah, somebody is feeling resentful. Someone is holding a grudge. Somebody's not getting what they want. They feel dissatisfied. They feel rejected. Okay, they're unhappy. 444 though, you're protected, or this has all to do with like stability, security. The fourth house of home and family, roots. This has to do with a strategy, okay, or somebody trying to go at something very strategically here, something that they're trying to hold on to. This could have something to do with someone moving out of a house or losing a house, somebody moving out, somebody getting kicked out, somebody having to leave their stability, okay. So let's see what this is here. Knight of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles. What I'm also getting for someone here, this could have, I don't know why, maybe someone like, you know how you have to put down a deposit with your landlord? Like there could be a disgruntled landlord that's like refusing to give you back your deposit after you move out, okay? I don't know why I'm getting that for someone. The Two of Swords. Somebody is denying that they're holding on to something or holding something back from you. Ten of Swords. Somebody's like, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. It's like, I'm not holding on to this. I have no idea what you mean. That's what this feels like. What's the Four of Pentacles? The Five of Cups. Somebody is sad, in grief. Six of Wands, because they thought that they would be victorious. Knight of Cups in reverse. Yeah, whatever this is, it's like somebody here is being, like, this is giving me someone that's petty. Like, they're just being spiteful. It's giving me arrogant. It's giving me like, I don't care. I don't have to do that. I don't give a shit. What do you think? Like, that kind of attitude, okay? It's giving me attitude. And someone thought that with this attitude, they could just hold on to something. And now they're in denial. They're like, it's like when you're petty about it, like, I don't know, I don't have to do that. I don't really know. I'm not giving that back. I'm not, They refuse to do it until it gets to a point where now they feel like it's their painful ending that they did this. And now they're in denial. They're like, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. It's like they're still in this energy, but it's like they can't deny also that it's like their own arrogance got the best of them. That's what this feels like. Like their own arrogance and pettiness and like, I'm going to do what I want. I can hold on to this. I'm going to win. This is mine. I'm the victor. I don't have to do anything. I'm going to be petty if I want. That is exactly what got them into this situation, it feels like. And now they're sad because it feels like they only have themselves to blame and their arrogance got the best of them, okay? What's the Four of Wands reverse? The Empress. The Two of Wands. Yeah, a choice. The Four of Swords. So maybe you decided to leave a home or leave a community or move out in order to find peace, okay? You made the choice to go towards something that feels like peace, peaceful surroundings, okay? Again, there's a lot of fours here. 4, 4, 4, 4. Every single 4 is here. 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Wands, 4 of Swords, and the 4 of Cups. They're all here. So it's about a choice to go towards what feels safe and secure. So let's see. Tell me more about this Knight of Pentacles, please. The 8 of Cups. Yeah. Walking away. Leaving something behind. Moving on to peace. Letting go of things that no longer serve you. Coming to the realization of, you know, what feels good, what doesn't feel good. What do I want to leave behind? What do I not need anymore in my life? The 7 of Wands. Standing up for yourself. Defending yourself. The Ace of Wands. Okay, so you could have made some sort of a move here to stand up for yourself or defend yourself in some sort of a situation. Sorry. What is this? This has to do with a main male and a relationship. Okay, this has to do with a main male and a relationship. What do you mean? Somebody lied. This has to do with a main male that's lying about a relationship, lying about a breakup or a separation, or how a breakup or a separation happened. Okay. So what is it they want to hold on to here? 4 of Pentacles. Bad health. They want to hold on to something. They're holding on to something with bad health. A main female. Claiming a main female was in bad health. A main female is in bad health. What do you mean? About a twin flame connection. Or this has to do with some sort of balance, feeling zen, feeling at peace, feeling balanced. So is this like mental health? They said that somebody couldn't move on, somebody couldn't progress. So it's kind of giving me like this main male, they lied about a relationship with you, claiming that they walked away from you and then they had to defend themselves from you because you're like mentally ill and you didn't want to let them go. You didn't want to let them move on. You're mentally ill or something like that. What's a 2 of Swords? Addiction. Yeah, they said that you're obsessed with them. You're possessive and controlling. You're obsessed with them. You're like mentally ill and obsessed with them. And because they didn't want to talk to you anymore, not dealing hurt, avoiding conversation, call, or person, boundary, still angry. So this is a main male that claimed that they walked away from you, okay? Or if you're the main male, then it's a main female, whatever, just flip it, however it is. They claimed they walked away, and since they don't want to talk to you anymore, you're obsessed with them and you refuse to accept the breakup and you won't move on because you're obsessed. Okay. What's a 10 of Swords? Sudden change, shocking news though. A surprise epiphany here, a transformation, and then something happens suddenly, shockingly. What's a 10 of Swords? This just came out in my other reading. 7 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. This is all about this narrative about somebody wanting to work on love or work on a new beginning or have a renewal and some sort of a new beginning in love. So they try to say you felt betrayed, huh? A Queen of Swords, right. The truth. Yeah, here's the truth. The truth is, who the fuck is this main male? Because I'm pretty sure they've never met you. They've never been in a relationship with you or nothing. This could be this doppelganger, twin brother, body double, whoever this is, this fake person that you've never even met in your whole life, okay? And this person claimed that they broke up with you and walked away from you, and that you went off the deep end mentally because they didn't want to deal with you anymore. Whole time, the truth of the matter is that this person is fake. You don't even know them. They're talking about having a relationship with you. They don't even know who you are, never met you in your whole fucking life, okay? They're impersonating someone else. They're pretending to be someone that might be in an actual relationship with you. And the truth of the matter is somebody is in a relationship with you, going towards you, and you're not some weirdo stalker that's mentally ill and can't get over them. This is, okay, that's that weird stuff right there. So, yeah. What's the Four of Pentacles? The Moon. They told people that you are clinging onto them, you're obsessed with them, you won't leave them alone, you're like hanging on to them like a, you know, like a dead weight, okay, like a shackle on their leg, basically. The Five of Swords, and it was all sabotage, manipulation, deception, backstabbing, manipulative lies, okay? This whole thing about them rejecting you, okay? So this person told people, and I have to keep reiterating, you might not even know who this person is, okay? You might have never met this person in your whole life. And they're going around telling people that they rejected you. And they thought that they would win with this because in the past, so this kind of ties in with my reading that I did about trying to send you to the psychiatric ward. Because someone here thought that they would have victory with this because of depression, mental illness. So they thought, because they might know about you, that you have at some point in your life struggled with depression, okay? Or some sort of, and see, this is the thing. It's like, what are they talking about? So let's say you did struggle with depression, like my other reading, right? Why are they making it sound like you're like schizophrenic or manic? Like, do these people not understand that there are different types of, like, you know, a mental illness? I really don't like that because it sounds like, you know, it's like they're trying to make it seem like you should be someone that's like in a straitjacket, like locked in a padded room. Okay, that has nothing to do with depression. Like, do they know that? Do they know what depression even means? Okay, or they're trying to say, like, I don't know, like you struggle with some sort of like bipolar or some sort of like manic episodes or something like that. Where are they getting that from? Because you had a depressive episode in the past. They're trying to say, oh, you're a manic and you're crazy and you're obsessed with them and won't leave them alone. Where, like, it's like grasping at straws for me. It seems so far-fetched. Like, you can tell these people have absolutely no idea what mental health actually is or what it means. Okay, and you know, it's like, for some of you guys, like, you could have even spent years in therapy, and spending years in therapy, you know, doing it free will by your own choice to go to a therapist and just talk, like, that doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. Like, therapy is so healthy, okay? It's so good for you. Like, for me, therapy really, really helped a lot, putting certain things in my life in perspective, okay? Also just feeling like you have the room to talk about things, right? Get things off of your chest, and feeling like you can confide in someone, but also having someone there that is super neutral and that will just help you figure out your emotions and be able to deal with your emotions in a healthy way. Like, so what are they talking about? It's like they're trying to say you're mentally ill, but you're not. Like, depression, having depressive episodes, okay? And for me, like, one thing, like, I struggled with depression when I was younger, but what I didn't know is that is, see, I was undiagnosed ADHD until, you know, I was a bit older, because I had ADHD symptoms all my life, but since I wasn't a boy and I wasn't hyperactive, it wasn't as easily picked up. So I have ADD. I don't have ADHD, I have ADD. And so it was missed, okay? But I had a lot of symptoms, but it just never fit together, right? So people just didn't ever manage to catch on to it, but whatever, that's a whole different story. But like, you know, you will get depressed if you're undiagnosed. Like, look at the statistics. Like, that's not a one-time thing. I'm not saying you guys have ADHD or anything like that, but you know, how can you say, like, I'm just saying I know what it feels like to be depressed. Like, that's what I'm trying to get at, right? So I know what it feels like to struggle with depression. And depression has absolutely nothing to do with having manic episodes where you like lash out and you become obsessed with someone and stuff like that. Like, this just, I just realized, like, these people don't even know what they're talking about, okay? They don't know anything about mental health, obviously, but for some reason they felt like this was a win. So if this person that doesn't even know you goes around telling people they rejected you, they thought, oh, we'll just tell people they're depressed because, oh, we know they struggle with depression, or they struggle with some sort of sadness, or had mental health problems sometime in their life. Oh yeah, it'll be so believable to say this person went off the deep end and had a mental breakdown and went insane because I dumped them. Excuse me? Like, so again, that shows me that this main male, they don't know you at all. Never met you in their whole life. Because if they had, they would never say something like that about you. Honestly. This person, I don't think they even know who you are to be saying stuff like this, because they obviously don't know shit about you, shit about your life, shit about your mentality, shit about what you've been through, okay, and what kind of a person you are, to be saying stupid shit like this, honestly. Okay, yeah. So what's the Four of Wands in reverse? The Seven of Cups. They thought they could create some sort of an illusion about somebody getting, kicked out of a house, or someone leaving a house or moving out. The Five of Wands, that there was a fight that broke out. There was an argument that broke out about someone moving out. What is that? Or someone not being at a home, or, yeah, but you're not. Heartbroken in reverse. Because you're not heartbroken, because you're not grieving, mourning, feeling lost and sad. So because you're not all of these things, they have to go in and lie and create this whole story about why you're depressed. So the depression is, no, so, okay, hold on. This depression narrative isn't serving, how should I say this? Isn't serving what this person is saying. This person is creating a narrative to cover up something else about the depression. So let's say they were gonna, because this keeps coming out in the past readings as well, so I'm just gonna pull it all in together, okay, for a second here. Let's say someone else was planning on doing something to making it look like you're depressed. And you did it to yourself, right? The thing is, though, you're not depressed. You're not heartbroken. You're not struggling. You're not sad. So they can't just say, oh, they got rid of themselves because they're depressed. Because investigators are going to be like, well, what led to that? Like, they're going to look for a note, right? They're going to look for, like, if something were to happen to you and your friends, or these are not your friends, okay? But people around you start spreading rumors that you did it because of depression, right? The investigators are going to try and figure out, like, but why? Like, what was it in your life that made you want to do that, right? They're going to want to, I don't know how these kind of cases get investigated, but I think that sometimes they do try and figure out for like for the family members, like what led to it or why, what happened here, right? So if your life is going great, your life is going fine, your relationships are running well, your job is running well, you have no obvious reason to do anything to yourself, you know, it might not make sense what happened to you. It's like, this is giving me like a precursor to setting up your unaliving to make it look super believable. It's like whoever the people are that are planning your death, they want to make sure that nobody even gets the idea or the inkling that there was foul play involved. You want to, you know what I mean? It's like they want to have like a neon sign above your deceased body that says this was a suicide. Like they want to make it so obviously clear. So if they're trying to run with the narrative of you are depressed, this feels like you're not depressed. You have no reason to do something to yourself which would make your death suspicious. And if you have enough people around you, like friends, family members, that say, no, they did not do this to themselves. They're not the kind of person that would do this to themselves. This was not a suicide. This was foul play. These people are like, it's like what they're doing here is like creating a narrative to back up the alibi that it was a suicide. You get what I'm saying? That's what this feels like. It's like they're trying to create a whole storyline around why your death is not suspicious or it's not foul play. So that's where this whole relationship shit comes in. It's like this whole story about you got dumped and rejected and then you wouldn't leave someone alone and it made you so depressed and crazy. You struggled so much with depression and mental health that you just couldn't take it. And you were so sad and depressed that that's when you decided to end your life. You get what I'm saying? This feels like this, oh, look, officers, here's the neon sign with this whole made up relationship drama. But that's not like, in essence, what they're really trying to convey. It's more like they're trying to cover up the whole basis of a plot against you, which is get rid of you, do something to you, and make it look like you did it to yourself. Okay? Yeah, tell me about the Five of Wands. Love. Karmic relationship. Triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, unconditional love. Yeah, so they wanted to say that it was out of love or out of heartbreak or, you know, because of something with love, okay? Or you being triggered by love, you being in absolute turmoil over love. And that is what just made you go absolutely off the deep end and you just couldn't take it anymore. Yeah, these people don't know you at all. They don't know you at all. That's how I know this person does not fucking know you at all. At all. At all. Okay? At all. Two of Pentacles, the Magician. No, this was just a creation. Okay? This was just what they tried to create out of thin air. That's what they did here. And it has to do with your balance, your mental health. And you know what else it's giving me is like, look, I've done readings on this before. I don't remember when. It could be a couple months ago. About this, whatever this group was doing to you, it was like a psychological operation. And one thing I feel like that they really tried to target was your mental health. Like they wanted you to feel like you're going crazy. They wanted to gaslight you. They wanted to do things to you that would break your psyche. And I remember saying that in a reading, how important it is for you to stay mentally strong, because that is one thing that they're going after. It's like, you know, for these people, the constant gang stalking and the terrorizing and, you know, the plots on your life, I think for them, it would also, you know, it was like for them, it was like a win-win situation, I guess. Them thinking that either they can get to you first or they'll just keep going and keep terrorizing you and keep fucking up your life, fucking up your business, fucking with you generally, messing with your life, your relationships, hacking you, making you feel like you're being watched all the time, driving you to the point where you don't want to do it anymore and you take yourself out. But what ended up happening? Nothing. Okay? Because you're not going to let them get their way. Fuck no. You're not going to let these people break you, break your psyche. Hell no. Because you worked way too hard to get to where you are today, to let these little onions over here try and mess your life up again. That's what they are, little onions, okay? Trying to make you cry. The devil. That's what they are. Yeah, that's what they are. They want control over your life. They're evil, honestly. They're just evil people. Very heinous, very evil people. They want control over you. They're obsessed with you and having control over you. Or this is what they did. They tried to create this narrative that you're crazy or you're jealous and you're obsessive and you're mentally imbalanced, right? That was all part of the plan. It's all part of the plan. You understand? Like, this is like laying the groundwork to when they take you out and you end up unalived somewhere, and it's like, oh yeah, well, I mean, it's not foul play and it's not suspicious because this person was like mentally ill anyways. Except you're not. Except you're not. You're not mentally ill. You're not manic. You're not bipolar, or I don't know what you guys have, but like, whatever. I don't know what you guys struggle with your mental health. Okay, that's whatever. But I want to say that the way that they're making it seem is like you are insane. Like you're like straight jacket, padded room kind of a crazy. That's what they're trying to say, I guess. And it's just weird to me because they're like playing on the fact that you, and the weird thing is like, these people don't understand, like if you want to really take it from a very objective standpoint, I'm pretty sure that like 90% of the world has issues with mental health. Okay. Like even narcissism like this is a mental health disorder. Like if you want to really take it objectively, right? So there's not many people here that can say, oh, my mental health is great. Most people struggle with some sort of issues with mental health, even if it's just like trauma, okay? Even if it's just like trauma responses, defense mechanisms, like the human psychology is so complex, and so is the human psyche. And just because you struggle with depression, okay, but which is like, a hormonal imbalance, or you have something like ADHD, some people have autism, it's like, that does not automatically mean someone is like manic. You know what I mean? It's like, there are probably a lot of people that are, can say, oh, my mental health is great, but you can't tell me those people don't struggle sometimes too. Okay. Like everybody struggles, and you don't have to have like major depression or a hormonal imbalance in the brain or something like that in order to go through phases of sadness in your life. Like it can even take trauma or grief for you to go through that, right? I mean, this is so judgmental and so black and white. That's why I can't even take it seriously. It's just making something so complex into like a black and white thing. It's not like, life is not black and white. People are not black and white, okay? And this person doesn't even know who you are, so whatever. Judgment in reverse. They wanted to say you are out of your mind. You're not making good judgment calls. Yeah, King of Swords. You're not making good judgment calls. You're out of your mind. You don't think straight. You're mentally ill. That's judgment in reverse. You don't make good judgment calls. Okay? Or this person was judging you. That's what I said just now too. Judgmental. This person was just judging you. And they don't even know you. They don't even know you. Okay? Like, judge yourself, bro. Strength. They don't even know you. They don't even know how strong you are. And that's where they fucked up, really. That is where they messed up. They don't even know how strong you are. And the other thing is that the depression that you went through when you were younger, or the phases that you went through, the traumas that you went through, if anything, nothing ever broke you. It made you stronger. Okay? It made you the person that you are today. It made you really freaking resilient. Okay, probably to the point where you can take a lot standing up. Like, you can take a lot because you've been through a lot. And when you're younger and you're going through a lot and it's a lot of trauma and you don't know how to deal with your emotions, yes, we go through phases where we don't know how to deal with things, and we look for vices and we look for escaping patternings or something like that. You know, we look for an out. We look for something to make us feel better. But all of that has made you stronger. You are strong. You know exactly what it took to get to where you are today, and you're not going backwards. Once you've built this kind of a thing, you don't go backwards. You don't. Okay? It's like learning how to ride a bike. You never forget how to learn to ride a bike after that. Okay? Once someone has found their true sense of self, their true strength, they don't ever forget. It's like they're trying to say, oh, because when you were a baby lion, you know, you got whacked over the head by a hyena and, you know, you were sad for a while. Well, you're not a fucking baby lion anymore, okay? You are a big one now. You're a big one now, and you're not scared of hyenas anymore, okay? Page of Cups. Yes, it's like, why are the Page of Cups when you were younger? It's like they're confusing something here. They see you as a little Page of Cups. They see you as a little witty bitty. You're so sensitive. You're a little bitty sensitive little thing. Bro, you might look really nice. You might look really nice and sweet and kind. Oh yeah, I'm so sweet. I'm a little baby lion cub, right? You want to test it out? You want to come test the Page of Cups out? You want to? You want to? I wouldn't. If I was this person, I would not. Because they don't even know what they're getting into. You might look like this little Page of Cups. Oh, you're little bitty, right? You're so cute. You're so sweet. You know, you're so defenseless. You're a little cute little girl kind of a thing. This person doesn't even know what you've been through in your life that made you this strong. Okay? Like, strength is not seen from the outside. This could be someone that, you know, they think because they go hit the gym, they're strong. That is not strength. It's physical strength. I'm talking about mental strength. Mental strength. Okay? Mental strength, you know, you gotta also put this in perspective. Mental strength comes from going through a lot of pain and heartbreak and trauma in your life and staying pure. The heart stays pure and innocent. That is what real strength is. If you're really, really strong after everything you've been through, it means that your heart today, confirmation, is still pure and innocent and full of love and giving and kind. Only people that break under, you know, certain kind of things, they don't have that ability anymore to be open to people, to be kind and generous and have a pure and innocent heart. It becomes hardened, it becomes mean, it becomes, you know, aggressive, it becomes full of ego. You have real strength. Okay? And you don't have to prove it to anyone. They're going to find out what it means to have real strength. They're going to find out what that means because they crossed you and they thought that they know who you are. They don't know shit about you, and they're about to find out. Okay? They really thought, like, either this is them thinking that they can get away, this is an easy way out to blame something on you feeling depressed and unfulfilled in life and you lack confidence and you're not happy, okay? Or this is about the fact that you've already moved on. You don't feel this way. But I really feel like this is them trying to get away, trying to use your own life, your own experiences, like, they're trying to say something about you, pretending like they know you about something that you're not. And this is what really gets me going, is like, how are you going to sit there and tell some random stranger that this is how collective feels, or this is the kind of person that collective is? And at the end of the day, you just kind of let it roll down your back, because people are always going to talk and pretend like they know something better. They don't know you. They don't know how you feel. They don't know if you're happy or not. How dare they sit there and try and say, oh, I know that they're depressed. I know that they're unhappy. Go ahead and talk, man. Go ahead and talk. Because all you're doing is exposing yourself, that you're weak. People that do that, weak. You're weak, okay? Try going through what collective went through. Really. This person is just fucking weak. Lying like this about someone they don't even know. You're weak. Weak as hell. The World and the Nine of Swords. And now they're worried. What are they so worried about? Worried, stressed out, paranoid. Anxious and paranoid. The World. The Queen of Wands in reverse. This is how they try to make you look. This is what they said about you. I swear to God. They try to say that you are someone, you're not confident, you're insecure, you need a lot of validation, you're promiscuous, you know, you're a clinger, okay? You don't know what you want, you don't know who you are, you're not a go-getter, you're not confident, okay? You're someone that deals with a lot of mental anxiety, a lot of mental stress, you're mentally ill. Yeah, okay. A King of Cups. The Queen of Cups. The Emperor. Who's the King of Cups, Queen of Cups? Five of Wands. Going to the Emperor. Here, this is who they told, huh? This Emperor. Whoever that is. Telling the Emperor that there was a fight that broke out. Because you're out here fighting people, right? Because you're so mentally ill. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. You want to know what real strength is? Real strength? Real strength is not fighting. Okay? Real strength is learning how to respond instead of react. So, you know, if these people want to come at you and say some stupid shit, like I just said, you just got to let it go in one ear, out the other. Don't react to what they say, because people are always going to talk shit. They're trying to make it look like you're someone that reacts, but you don't. You could be very non-reactive, okay? People can come at you, they can swing at you, they can say whatever they want. You know what real strength is? Standing in front of them, not saying a single word. Standing in front of someone saying, that's nice. That's your opinion though, okay? I accept that you have your own opinion of me. That's not what I think, but whatever. It's not reacting to what they've said. And that is not something that you're born with. That is something you have to learn, okay? That takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of practice. I'm not saying that we're perfect and that we never act out in anger or that we never speak up in anger. But saying that you are someone that goes out and fights people, I don't think so, okay? I don't think so. Definitely not. Five of Swords. No, this is just them. This is just them. Being manipulative, duplicitous, okay? Scheming, plotting, scheming, whatever. Being selfish and manipulative. The High Priestess. Yeah. The High Priestess. This was the big plan, huh? So that's stupid. How are they going to make a whole plan based off of your alleged personality when they don't even know who you are? How are they going to say all these things to the Emperor about you when they don't even know what kind of a person you are? They don't even know what you've been through in your life. They don't even know where you come from. They don't know shit. Okay? They don't know anything. So what are they talking about? Well, I can tell you one thing. They're going to learn today. They're going to learn today that they thought they were playing with a Page of Cups. They were playing with a freaking lion, yo. They were playing with a lion. Okay? And have you ever seen, like, just for one thing, like, lions are very smart, okay? Like, let's say lions are going out for the hunt. Now, kind of a weird example because this is not what that is, right? But I'm not talking about the hunting part of it, more of like, how female lions, how strategic they are when they go at something. And that's what I mean. They don't react. They're like responding, right? So they go into a situation very aware. Okay? Like very aware. They don't just go in and like, you know, if they know they don't, I don't know why I'm getting the whole lion thing. What I'm trying to say though is it's not about the hunt, because you're not going in trying to hunt someone or jump on top of someone, you know, eat them for lunch. That's not what this is about. It's more about like the strategy, okay? You know, you're strategic. You're not just gonna jump into something and like that's not you. You know how to pick your battles, okay? You know how to pick your battles. And you've grown a lot. You've grown a lot. I can say that much, okay? Your strength was earned. Your stripes were earned. And that's something that these people don't know anything about. The Knight of Cups. Yeah, and it's the Emperor. And it's not just that. It's also about the heart, okay? The heart. Like becoming the Emperor. If you want to become the Emperor or the Empress, you're not a true emperor or a true empress if you've got the strength but you don't have the heart. That's what a true emperor or an empress is. A true leader has the heart, okay? You don't lose your heart on the way to the top. You don't lose, like, you know, your empathy and your consideration and your compassion for others becoming the emperor or the empress. If you did, you would be the emperor or the empress in the reverse. Okay? So whatever you went through here and all the strength it took for you to get to wherever you are, true strength, true emperor, empress status comes from the fact that you still have, despite everything that you've been through, everything that you've gone through, the heart. Your heart is still pure, giving, considerate, and empathetic and caring for others. Okay? And I feel like that's really important in the message as well. It's like, what is strength? What is true strength? True strength is not control over others, okay? It's like basically being able to look at the enemy and knowing that this person is lashing out at you, saying all these things to you, because they're hurting or because they have an issue or because it's not a reflection of you. It's like, you know, I feel like most empaths, you know what I mean when I say this. It's like someone can do you so wrong, and I'm not saying that you forgive this, accept it, tolerate it, or that they stay in your life, but it's like you're still able to see that person for who they are, what they are, and why they are the way that they are. Okay. Yeah. You don't let your heart become hardened by what you've been through, or else you would just end up becoming the people that hurt you. You would just end up becoming that person because you walk around then hurting other people because you feel like you have the right to. Okay? Or you feel like you need that to dominate over others or to assert some sort of control here. Yeah, the Six of Cups. Something about the past. What you went through in the past. I don't know. Five of Swords. How these people use your past experiences here. Yeah, and now they're exposed. How they're using your past experiences of sadness, depression, or maybe even anxiety. Okay? Panic disorder, panic attacks, depression. How they're trying to use this to their advantage, saying that you have some sort of a manic episode. Like, fuck out of here. Really. Like, they don't even know the half of it. They don't even know the half of it. They really don't. They really don't. This is ridiculous to me. Yeah, this is why they thought their plan would work. No, because they're trying to say something using the past. The past doesn't reflect anything at all. It's kind of like, let's see, Hangman, let's see things from a different perspective here. Okay? Let's say you're living in a big house and your life is great. You got a good job, you got the white picket fence, you got everything going on. But 15 years ago, you used to be homeless on the street. Maybe you had an alcohol problem. How are these people coming around and creating a narrative about your life, running around town saying, oh my God, yeah, they're a drunk, they're mentally ill, they're doing all these crazy things, they can't handle rejection. And the whole time you're literally sitting in this house that you've built for yourself, successful, feeling great. 15 years ago, you overcame all that hardship. You overcame that entire struggle. You worked yourself out of that. You cut off all your addictions. You've been working steadily on yourself and your mental health. You've grown into this whole new life, a whole new person. You feel better and stronger than you've ever been. And these people coming around saying, oh, we can just say that they're an alcoholic and we can just say that they're a bum because back then that's what they were. What are you talking about? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not translating. Who someone was 15, 20 years ago is not who they are today. It's not the same. Like, people go through things, but it doesn't stay that way. Like, you know, maybe these people are stunted mentally. I don't know, stunted mentally, stunted emotionally, to the point where they think that this makes sense, but it doesn't. Because people that work on themselves, people that overcome things, and people that do the work, okay, they're not the same person, not even in 1 year, not even in 5 years, let alone like 15, 20 years. It's not the same, okay? I'm done with this. Okay? I hope this helps, guys. I'm gonna leave it at that. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye.